What if we fuck this show up, Scott?
Just all of a sudden need shit really bad. Everyone actually said Ryan's story was way better than RD. Said, hey, I just heard some fucking hazards driving this Jag around. You know who's in this thing? Still think I had you, Barbs.
You never had your car. I was having the time of my life, but I didn't have a steering wheel come off, so that's probably why.
Oh no! He's in defence! They're both in defence! They're all in defence! Oh, unbelievable!
Today we are heading into the Adelaide Motorsport Festival, our first live show.
Yep, it's a big day.
Then we're going to drive some cars.
Breakfast time now and coffee.
Let's jump in the Lancaster Triton.
Should we do story time in the car while we're driving there and tell them what's happened?
It's your story, mate. You tell it.
In the NASCAR, you take the wheel off and on every time you get back in because it's so tight. Put the wheel back on, gave it the little pull to make sure it's clipped on, which it was clipped on. And then on lap 4, the steering wheel come off, which was very disappointing because I then went under the tyre barrier at the exit of turn 1 and the crew had to fix the car. So it was a fucking nightmare. So Elliot had the best day of his life yesterday. I had probably the worst day of my life.
I had a great day. I got to drive some cool cars, drove a NASCAR, drove a Cosworth RS500, Sierra. I was having the time of my life, but I didn't have a steering wheel come off, so that's probably why. All these people here for the live Apex Hammer show, you wouldn't believe it.
Fuck, there's actually a lot of people, that's awesome.
What if we fuck this show up, Scott?
Just all of a sudden need shit really bad. Hey. Are you coming, 9:45? Yeah. Good on you.
Very happy to be here at the Adelaide Motorsport Festival. I'm sure this guy needs no introduction, but Stephanie Johansson and Tim Possingham.
Coming up, guys. Give him a round of applause, please, guys. Something I learned from Alain Prost, really, who's, for me, was the greatest, certainly in our period, by far.
Stephen, you've raced so many cars. Just a quick question, mate. Have you ever had the steering wheel fall off?
Yeah, I have actually, but not at speed, thankfully, but leaving the pit lane, it sort of clunk, 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 yeah, it's in your hands, you know, but managed to stop the car before it hit anything.
Well, we like to...
No, that's why he made it to Formula 1 and I didn't know. He stopped before he hit anything.
Correct.
There's two sides to this. There's what I like, which is almost everything, and what's close to my heart, which would probably be the Mazda 767B. Incidentally, this gentleman sitting next to me drove the 767 at Le Mans, and again rates the engine as, Stefan, one of the best engines of all time. For you think?
Absolutely, yeah. It's probably my favourite engine. It was amazing.
What RPM does that spin to? Because they obviously sound like they're doing 20,000 RPM, but what is the RPM of that engine when you were racing it?
It was 11,000 per, but it was three sparks, so it was 33,000 RPM basically.
Thank you so much for everyone coming out. This is amazing. We really appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to Stefan and Tim's stories. Scotty will be in the number 8 Budweiser car. I'll be in the number 3. I'll also be driving the Cosworth Sierra. So if you do see us out and about, give us a wave, have a sound check, give us a thumbs up. But we appreciate you guys coming out, and thanks again, Stefan and Tim, for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
So we'll take you for a look around. As you can see, iconic number 3, good wrench livery. Anyone that's followed NASCAR or followed motorsport, you know this car, you know this livery. We're sharing the cars this weekend, so we've got 2 drivers per car. So myself and Zach O'Hara are driving this car, and then Richard White, who owns the cars in the race team, is driving the Bud 8 with Scotty, and Scotty's driving that car too. So again, super iconic livery. So we've got Dale Senior, and then we've got a Dale Junior, Dale Earnhardt Junior livery.
And mine thing looks like brand new as well.
You come round and you look at the front, and we can see the guys have done an amazing job to fix it. From 5 metres you won't be able to tell, but from up close you can see there's
Looks great.
Bit of race tape work there, a couple of extra decals that got made and handwritten. You can see with NASCARs the wheels come off, right?
It's actually more familiar with me sitting about here now. So it's the same as any like race car wheel really. All of them are the same. You pull the lever back and then you pop it on. You'll always have to line it up a little bit with the spleen. So that is all the way on. You can see it's really close there, but if you pull the lever, it can actually lock in there as well. So that's where I had it. So I put it on, pulled it, lasted 4 laps, and over the curb it pulled off, which like I can't pull it off now, but obviously that's why it lasted 4 laps. So it felt right. I was pulling it. This is my explanation. This is a race car driver's handbook here. This is the excuse book.
Unfortunately, shit happens, Scope. You know what? You've dusted the cobwebs off, the car's fixed. This afternoon, you're going to jump back in, get back on the horse.
Yeah, ballsy team owner.
Cool thing about this afternoon, and we'll take you later on and show you down, I'm actually going to drive the AC Delco Pontiac. which is really special to me because my
Let's go look at it. Let's go look at it.
So this one down here, my uncle Marshall Brewer raced in the Australian, he's an NASCAR champion, also raced in NASCAR when NASCAR was in Australia. At the time, AC Delco wanted to build a really special car. So he built a car and then NASCAR fell over in Australia. So it actually never raced, but it's a really beautiful car that he's built. It's got the Pontiac front on it, which is quite unique. As I say, I'm very lucky because the owner, Kane Fitzgerald, has given me the opportunity to drive it this afternoon. So he's going to take it out in this next session. He's going to shake it down, make sure it's all good, because it's spent a lot of time in the Australian Motorsport Museum in Warrnambool. The car is mint, like it's a perfect example of what a NASCAR, when they're brand new and never raced, looks like. So look inside the car, it's beautiful. As I said, it hasn't raced. So my uncle built this out of Calder Park. We'll get hopefully some onboard footage and some photos, but this is the other car that luckily I get to drive this weekend.
What an absolute professional. I mean, that was just nailed it. I feel like I just...
One take wonder.
Fucking hell.
Found it. Give me some knuckles. Knuckles.
It's still going.
Yeah, there we go. Jeez, that was hard work.
Wait, hey, we are seeing the merchandise around the paddock here too. So apexhuntersunited.com if you want a t-shirt or a cap. Unreal, and thanks to everyone that came this morning to our live show. We actually had some Patreon members in the crowd.
Yeah, we had a couple of hats.
Yeah, unreal. I think there's like nearly 200 entries here this weekend. So there's cars which pretty much satisfy everyone's flavour.
Yeah. You can see we've got NASCAR trucks here. There's all sorts, licorice, all sorts. So that's actually a Chase Elliott car, I believe. So there's a lot of history here. That's obviously Australia, Europe, and America. So it's really, really cool.
I'm not in the next session either, so I might watch this one and call out if he apex hunts. If he apex hunts at the last corner.
Few pointers, you reckon, Paulie?
I'm hoping to see Elliott miss an apex here. Here he comes. Miss it, miss it. Oh, he got it.
Hi, how are you, mate?
Awesome, mate. Stoked to be here. Thanks for the chat, Dan. I was actually just outside fanboying.
For you, first time here at the event, what are your thoughts of the Repco Adelaide Motorsport Festival? You were in the Grand Marquis early on today, I believe, doing a podcast with Elliott.
Yeah, it was actually really cool. That's our first ever live show we've done. So Apex Hunters United, if you haven't heard of it, it's relatively new. I mean, the podcast aspect, but two mates of ours started it a long time ago during COVID, and Elliott and I decided to do a podcast. We're always at a bar. We just love motorsport. We're always at the bar chatting about it, and we decided to, why not film it? And love the brand Apex Hunters United, and we picked it up. It was Shane Gisberg and a good mate of ours, Nick Foster, who started it, and it's kind of grown. And Shane still he's really involved in it as well. We were only talking to him this morning. He was asking about these cars and what they were like to drive. Yeah, this event, it's got a great turnout. I'm really impressed with how many people are here. And then the cars that are on display, I think there's nearly 200 entries. So I couldn't encourage someone more to come out and check this place out. And I can only imagine getting it. Yeah, it's only going to get bigger, I think, from here.
All right, guys. So we've just done our second session in the number 3 Chev Lumina NASCAR. What a ride! So much bloody fun. I was that hot in the car. I melted my boots. The back of my boot come off. It was smoking. Pretty hot in the car, so we might try and fix that for this afternoon. But man, so much fun. Really busy day today, so we're going to drive straight out of the Chev Lumina NASCAR session. We're now going to head up over to the Pioneer DJ activation zone, and we're going to reveal our 2025 championship contention Trans Am car. I'm pumped. Come with me, we'll go reveal it to the crowd here today. That was unreal. We've just done the last session of the day, which is my first session of the day. But yeah, that thing is so much fun. It's such a old school car, but still got so much feel. The tyre, it surprised me how much grip it has. I mean, Elliot said it's the same tyre they run on the Trans Am, I think. So it's actually a good tyre, and it seems to last pretty well. The brakes, on the other hand, do get very hot, and had a fair bit of brake fade. But man, I just had so much fun. It's such an old school car. And also sit on the left with a H pattern beside me again. I haven't done that since Formula Ford, really, with the gear lever on the right. So yeah, everything was pretty foreign, but I do love a H pattern. I mean, I panicked in supercars when they were talking about putting paddles in these things, but yeah, I don't know. There's so much skill involved in a H pattern, especially with the heel and toe and stuff, but buzzing. Awesome crowd here today as well. Appreciate everyone coming out because there's a lot of people on the racetrack, which is very cool. Power's old F3 car. Fuck, look how little the wheel is, the steering wheel, look at that. I still reckon these are probably one of the best race cars to do a lap in. Yeah. Old F3 car is still got the sequential locks. That's very cool. Looks good. Talk us through it, Barbara. What is this thing? Come on. It is a Cosworth RS500 Sierra. This one was raced by Andrew Medicki himself in the Australian Touring Car Championship. I've actually just noticed, is that driver, it's meant to be like that, is it? It's always like that, mate. Okay, so that wasn't you, was it? Let heat out of the engine bay, mate, turbo cars. But these things are really cool. So they're turbocharged. You can see how small the car is. So when they're on boost, they make something like 600, 650 horsepower, something crazy. So as soon as it hits boost, it just throws you straight in the back of the seat. Is it a big delay? Yeah. But yeah, so you just like bang and then wait for it. All the guys, like Andrew, the guys used to race these, Bow, Dick, Brock. What you used to have to do when you drive is you'd be flat out before the apex, and as you got to the apex, you'd be coming off because boost would be coming on to manage the wheel spin. But you had to like plant it for like a second, get it to spin up, and then try and manage. So really unique driving style that the guys used to have to do. Yeah, right. But super cool. Tell us about the three cars we're going to Tilly.
So the Merc's an ex-DTM touring car. It had won two races in that series. Okay. Then Bob Jane bought it and brought it out here and it was converted to Group A specs. Yep. So Denny drove that with Andrew? Yes, yeah, at Bathurst. Oh, wow. And like Andrew tells me like it was difficult to drive, heavy steering and all that sort of stuff. And Andrew was a bit younger than Denny at the time, and by the time Denny had done his stint, he was absolutely rooted.
So that actually ran in the DTM Championship?
Yes.
Yeah, wow.
2 wins.
That's cool.
So that's the 05 car, and it's painted in the same, restored in the same livery that Andrew and Brocky drove in the New Zealand Championship, and they won it. Okay. So that's why it's been painted back, so it's the last win that car had. Andrew acquired it back in about 2013, 14, and restored it, and he bought it back from the same guy that bought that car off Andrew. So he'd bought that car, pulled it apart, decided to restore it, but then either ran out of money and his health was bad, so rang up Andrew and said, you need to buy it back from me, which was after that car. So he bought that back, restored it. In 2016, did the 10th year of Brock's anniversary. Frosty did a lap at Bathurst.
Oh, cool.
And it went back to the dealership, sat in the dealership. And then it came back to my joint, and I've gone through it and serviced it and all that sort of to get it in.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. So it's a pretty cool thing.
And what about the Kenwood car?
So the Kenwood car got sold to a bloke in Perth after the team broke up, and Andrew bought it back in 2012, 13-ish, restored it, and used it sporadically since. But it's the original car, and it's an ex-Oxo car. Yes.
They're 3 super cool cars.
Yeah, and to have them all in the same garage, owned by the same bloke who's driven all cars, it's quite unique.
Yeah.
Really, and he's so passionate about motorsport, as you know. It's quite a privilege to actually work on them, touch them, drive them. Whatever.
Well, that's what I said when I got here. I was like, holy shit, I can't believe I get to drive this thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's such an honour. So, yeah, no, really cool, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for talking us through it.
No.
Well, I heard there was some hazard driving around a Jag. I thought I'd come see who the driver was.
Well, you might have turned up in time to watch it going well.
How are you, mate? Good to see you. Hey, Pete, you're out there as well, aren't you, steering something? Hey, how are you? Good to see you.
By the way, I fucking told you, if you ever take on that side...
I wasn't in this morning.
No fucking mirror.
That was Jake Hill this morning.
Huh?
Jake Hill drove this morning.
Right. Well, have a fucking word with him.
Is he backpedaled fast?
Didn't he?
Never mind then, Elliot. I heard he blew the mirror off it though yesterday. Elliot, he passed you that fast.
Yeah, right.
How is it?
No, today it's much better. So I switched off one of the high pressure fuel pipes.
Yep.
And now it cools from low down.
Okay.
Before it's just flooded.
Right.
Yeah.
What is the car? Where's it from? What's the?
So it's one of 2 non-Walkinshaw XJS Group A cars that were built. One in Australia, which is the red one that you see around sometimes, and this was built in New Zealand by a guy called Mike Horrigan for the Wellington Street Race in 1986.
Yeah, right.
And that's the livery I've put it in now. So I bought it off a guy who'd had it for a few years. Foggy had been working.
Oh yeah, yep.
And I bought it about 6, 7 years ago. And then we just gradually, Petrons has just restored it.
Oh, this is what Petrons was telling me he was working on. He told me about this car,
A couple more things to do, but it's basically there now.
Tell you what, the track out there is a bit sketchy at the hairpins, isn't it? Like, it's tight and like, we're out there in some of the NASCARs. Oh shit. I just went out in the NASCAR and had the biggest brake fade. I was literally like lifting off throttle and being like, oh.
Is that the one that Tim Slade refused to drive?
No, it's number 8. It's a good thing, but
which one is
the brake number 8, the Budweiser one. It's a good car. It's just it gets hot. Yeah, that was me driving it.
When the steering wheel came off.
Mate, I'm still looking at it going. I fucking scared the hell out of me. I laid in bed last night and I could still see this thing in my hand and an empty fucking column.
Did you make the wall?
Yeah.
I didn't know you were here.
Yeah, just
talking to Elliot yesterday because they said your ratings need a fucking boost.
No, you'd be surprised. We've only ever had one guest not requested again after coming on the first time. It was you. Everyone actually said Ryan's story was way better than RD.
Yeah, right.
No, you're due for a second one.
Bit going on at the moment.
There's a lot going on. Yeah,
It settles down.
I wonder if high or low would be better. I reckon if I go down here so that it doesn't see it. If you want to move your GoPro to a different mount, turn it, pop it off. Stays on the mount. Then simple as this, you put the thing back on. Done. Murph, are you going to come on our podcast?
Yes.
There you go, it's in. We got video recording of it now.
100%. It's just we live in different countries.
Yeah, I know. That is inconvenient.
And I don't want to do it on the computer.
It would have been good to do it here this weekend, but there's not really anywhere to actually sit down and do it.
Too many fucking cars making noise.
I know, it's impossible.
You need to drive
line
one
it
of
up.
these.
I know, I was just looking at it. It looks fucking awesome. I went down and saw RD and I said, hey, I just heard some fucking hazards driving this Jag around. You know who's in this thing? he didn't like it at all.
Yeah, didn't he?
All right, go down there. See you later.
Out of 10.
That was so much fun. Honestly, it's been unbelievable. So yeah, appreciate the opportunity. If you can next year, get to the Adelaide Motorsport Festival. It is fucking brilliant. So yeah, most fun I've had in a while. I still think I had you, Barbs. That was sick.
You never had your car.
That was fun. Oh. Fuck, thanks, man.
Too easy, man.
Thank you, it's really good. Fucking loved it.
That was so much fun. So Scotty and I are now done for the weekend. That was our, I think it was our third session in the Nascars. Iconic. I was Dale Senior, he was Dale Junior. Of course, Dale Senior won. Heaps of fun though. We put on a bit of a show for the crowd then. Bit of a mock race, you know. Scotty passed me, I passed him. Side by side stuff. Cars sounded awesome. I'm pretty sure they are the crowd favourite for the sound because when we were coming back in, all the walls were lined with people just like fist pumping, giving us a thumbs up as we were popping them off the limiter coming in. So heaps of fun. Massive thank you to Richard White Racing for allowing Scott and myself to come drive these cars. Yeah, that's about as much fun as you can have with your clothes on, so that was good.